Good morning, students. Today we are going to start new chapter in English grammar, which is lesson number 4, adjectives. So let's begin. Now, what are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe nouns, or the words which describe the quality of a noun or a pronoun are called adjectives. Basically, an adjective is placed before a noun or a pronoun. So adjectives answer some questions like what kind? Is it a scooter or a car? Which one? Which car are we talking about? Red or green? How many? One car or two cars? Let's see some examples to make this more clear. Now picture a car in your mind. Do you have an image in your mind? Now make it red. Now make it fast. Now make it old-fashioned or an antique car. Now make it broken. As you saw in all these examples, the adjectives red, broken, fast, old-fashioned are describing the noun car. So basically an adjective describes a noun or a pronoun. So to find an adjective, you need to find noun first. Let's see some examples. 3 happy children played in the park. In this example, first you have to find the noun. So in this sentence, children and park are the nouns. But in this sentence, only the noun children is being described. And how are the children being described? They are happy. So happy is an adjective. Again in the next example, the donkey stepped on my large hat. We have 2 nouns in this also, donkey and hat. But only the noun hat is described as large. So large is an adjective. Next example, he is a brave boy. What is the noun in this sentence? Boy. And how is the noun boy being described? He is described as brave. So brave is an adjective. Let's see some more examples. We saw a grey elephant at the zoo. So what you have to do is you have to first find the noun and then ask what word describes the noun. So here there are again 2 nouns in this sentence, elephant and zoo. But here only the noun elephant is being described. And how is the noun described? The noun elephant is being described as grey. So grey is the adjective. One more example. Taj Mahal is a beautiful building. Now first you have to find the noun. So here are 2 nouns in this sentence, Taj Mahal and building. Now what word describes the noun? Beautiful. So beautiful is a adjective. Now adjectives can be used to describe color, whether the color is black or red. Opinion, pretty or good. Size, whether it's big, long, short. Age, old or young. Shape, whether it's oval, round, rectangle, square. Origin, whether the person is German, Indian, French, American. Material, glass or metal. Distance, near or far. Temperature, whether it's cold, warm, hot. Time, late or early. So types of adjectives. There are 6 types of adjectives. First is descriptive or qualitative adjective, which is also known as adjectives of quality. Next, demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective, possessive adjective, number and quantity, which is also called as adjectives of quantity or quantitative adjectives. So let's learn about them one by one. First is qualitative or descriptive adjectives. So basically they are used to describe the quality of a person or thing, or the words which tells us what kind of a person or thing we are talking about. For example, whether we are talking about a tall or a short person, slim or a fat person, excellent, young, square, plastic, they are all examples of qualitative adjectives. Let's see example here. The tall girl is my classmate. Here girl is a noun. And how the noun is being described? The noun girl is described as tall. So tall is an adjective, and that too qualitative. Why? because it is telling what kind of girl we are talking about. We are talking about a tall girl. Here it is telling the quality of the girl, that she is tall. So tall is a qualitative adjective. Next, colorful dresses were displayed in the shop. Again, colorful is a qualitative adjective. Why? Because here colorful is telling the quality of the dresses. So next adjective is quantitative adjective. So adjectives that tells us about the quantity of a noun are called adjectives of quantity. So the words which tells us how much a thing is are called adjectives of quantity. For example, some, much, little, enough, all, no. For example, she found many pens under the table. So here we are talking about quantity. In any sentence, if a quantity is being mentioned, then it's a quantitative adjective. For example, in this we are talking about pens, and how many pens are we talking about? Many. So many is a quantitative adjective. Next, there was no milk in the jug. Again, no milk then means quantity is no. So that's why it's a quantitative adjective. There are 37 students in this class. Again, we are talking about quantity, the numbers. So there are 37 students. That's why 37 is a quantitative adjective. Next is demonstrative adjective. So the adjectives this, that, those and these are called demonstrative adjectives. Basically, these point out which persons or thing we are talking about. Example, these, this, that, those. If you recall, we just learned about this, that, those, these and pronouns also. So this is used when we are talking about a singular thing and that thing is near to us. That is used when we are talking about a singular thing and that thing is far from us. These is used when we are talking about plural things and they are near to us. And those are used when we are talking about plural things and they are far from us. So example, would you like to buy these bananas? Again, these bananas we are pointing out, basically pointing out bananas, these bananas. So these, demonstrative adjective. That man is very clever. Again, we are pointing at that man. So that is an demonstrative adjective. Next is interrogative adjectives. Adjectives that are used with nouns to ask questions are called interrogative adjectives. So when an adjective is used to ask a question, it is called an interrogative adjective. For example, which, what, whose, when, why, how. Here, example first, which subject do you like the most? We are asking a question here, that which subject do you like? So it's an interrogative adjective. Whose pen is this? So again we are talking about whose pen is this? So this is an adjective.